It's one of fashion's biggest nights of the year, and the stars are pulling out all the stops. Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 best-dressed women at the 2019 Oscars. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at the most interesting and memorable outfits from the 91st Academy Awards. We're only looking at women's outfits, so men who brought it on the red carpet such as Chadwick Boseman and Billy Porter won't be appearing on our list. Number 10. Yalitza, Aparicio, and Marina de Tavira. Alfonso Cuarón's Netflix drama Roma was one of the most talked about films going into the 2019 Oscars, and two of the movie's stars arrived on the red carpet for the big award ceremony. Yalitza Aparicio and Marina de Tavira wore outfits that didn't match or even necessarily coordinate, but which still nonetheless complemented one another. They were nominated for Best Actress and Best Supporting Actress respectively, and Aparicio wore a floating blue gown custom-made for her by Rodarte, while de Tavira chose a red strapless gown by Jay Mendel. Together, they were picture-perfect. Number 9. Emilia Clarke. This Game of Thrones actress has become a red carpet mainstay in recent years, and she never fails to impress us with her interesting yet classic picks. For this occasion, she opted for an asymmetrical gown by designer Balmain. In silhouette, it's nothing outside the box, but the dress's shimmering lilac shade and eye-catching fabric felt like something we had never seen before. Considering that the show that made her famous will be airing its final season in 2019, we can only hope to see more memorable style moments from Emilia Clarke in the months to come. Number 8. Olivia Colman. Nominated for Best Actress for her role in The Favourite, Olivia Colman was in a tight race for one of the night's biggest awards, and ultimately took home the prize. This actress never shies away from being her true self, and this night was no exception. She chose to wear an unconventional gown in a bottle green color with a sheer overlay, which she wore draped across herself and tied in a bow in the back. Of designing the dress with Prada, Colman stylist Mary Fellow said, quote, "When you work with a house on a custom gown, the brand's visual codes should be prevalent, so we focused on modern embellishment and drapery, which Prada does like no other. Suffice it to say, this result speaks for itself." Number 7. Amy Adams. It seems like Amy Adams has attended every major award ceremony in the past decade, and she's actually been nominated for 6 Academy Awards since 2005. She always looks amazing, and her outfits, utterly timeless. Nominated for Best Supporting Actress for her role in Vice this year, the actress chose a strapless mermaid silhouette Versace gown in an ivory shade. Rather than opting for a complex updo, she left her hair in loose, beachy waves, which lent an air of effortlessness to her overall look for the evening. Her statement Cartier necklace only added to the gown's neckline. Number 6. Charlize Theron. We're used to seeing Charlize Theron as a blonde bombshell, so viewers were already stunned when she walked the red carpet with a short, dark hairstyle. Adir Abergel, who styled the star's hair for the evening, said that the big change was just for the occasion. But although eyes may have been on her tresses, her Dior haute couture gown managed to completely hold its own, with a powder blue hue and vintage-looking silhouette standing out. From the front it looked demure, but when she turned around it was revealed to be almost completely backless. Classic Charlize, always keeping us on our toes. Number 5. Michelle Yeoh. Fans of Crazy Rich Asians were pretty much furious when the movie received 0 nominations for the biggest award ceremony of the season. But the film's stars still managed to steal the show on the red carpet. Michelle Yeoh was one of the people who led the pack, reminding us that you can stun at any age. Her Elie Saab gown had a unique off-the-shoulder silhouette with a sequin-encrusted bodice. The floating material of the dress's skirt also had scattered shimmering detail throughout, making Yeoh look like a real-life queen. Number 4. Constance Wu. Speaking of Crazy Rich Asians, the film star Constance Wu had a serious Disney princess moment in a marigold yellow gown and a lightweight material that made her look like she was floating on air. The dress was designed by none other than Versace, and fans on social media immediately likened it to the dress Belle wears in Beauty and the Beast. While many things about the gown used classic elements, the bright hue made it feel fresh and modern, perfectly appropriate for the season. The fact that Wu had a smile on her face for the entire red carpet didn't hurt either. Number 3. Regina King. Sometimes, simple really is best. Regina King's white Oscar de la Renta gown featured a sky-high slit, but aside from that, she kept things classic, with a clean strapless neckline and flattering ruching through the midsection. King took home the award for Best Actress in a Supporting Role for her part in If Beale Street Could Talk, and her emotional acceptance speech was one of the highlights of the evening. In terms of her outfit, she let the focus stay on the gown itself by keeping her hair and makeup natural and streamlined. Number 2. Angela Bassett. If there was one color that dominated on the Oscars red carpet in 2019, it had to be pink. The most notable example was worn by the inimitable Angela Bassett. The dramatic gown was designed by Reem Acra and seemed perfectly suited for her attributes. The most notable part of the dress was the oversized sculptural bow on her shoulder, while the rest of the silhouette remained relatively simple. The slit in her gown showed off her sky-high Casa Dei shoes. By pulling her hair back into a sleek low hairstyle, she made sure the focus was entirely on her outfit. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Number 1. Lady Gaga. Who else could take the number 1 spot on our list? While promoting her film A Star Is Born, Lady Gaga has continued to stun at every turn, stealing the spotlight at one award ceremony and premiere after another. Gaga clearly seemed to be channeling Audrey Hepburn in a strapless black Alexander McQueen dress with opera-length gloves, with a stunning Tiffany necklace actually worn by Hepburn completing the look. While much of the outfit could have easily been vintage, the exaggerated hips of the dress were distinctly modern. She managed to look timeless, elegant, and yet still edgy in her own way. Please don't change, Gaga. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Ms. Mojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.